Hello everyone, please take your time to read through the disclaimer. We are not financial advisors, so every trade you take based on our investment IDs or trade IDs is your own responsibility. Please take a look before we go on to the next section. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome, fellow Cryptopians, to our Friday educational sessions where we discuss about information to navigate the cryptocurrency space and basically teach everyone how to basically participate in certain stuff or to know certain stuff. Alright, so pretty much providing everyone procedural knowledge in the cryptocurrency markets. Alright, so let's continue. Today will be all about participating in pre-sales. Pre-sales is something very important in the cryptocurrency market. And the reason for this is because it's one of the main ways, or at least one of the most profitable ways to earn a living or earn money into the cryptocurrency space. As you might have already know by now, or maybe heard from me, or maybe you haven't heard about it. But basically, cryptocurrency is a lot more than just making money trading-wise, okay? It's not like any other market out there. When you're trading Forex, for example, or when you're trading the stock market, basically you're trading it, and especially for the Forex market, you can't invest in it. None of us are saying we're going to invest into the euro or we're going to invest into the dollar, because that wouldn't really make much sense, right? Especially not with the inflation going on, you would even lose money on it. But even if you would earn money on it, it would still not be the most wise decision because it's not gonna get you anywhere, okay? So basically when you're into cryptocurrency, you don't really need to trade to make money nowadays. There are very multiple types of ways to earn money. Just to sum up a few of them, basically you can trade cryptocurrency. You can invest into cryptocurrency, and trading and investing is something totally different. Why? You can also trade crypto with contracts. And contracts are basically that you're buying or selling a certain contract that's at the same value of a current Bitcoin, right? And that's, for example, buying or selling a Bitcoin contract. You're not buying the real deal, neither are you owning the real deal ever, but you're just buying a contract that follows the value of Bitcoin, for example. Because we're talking about Bitcoin, of course, there are a lot of other cryptocurrencies out there, but we'll use a Bitcoin contract, for example. You're buying or you're selling it, and whenever the contract follows the value of a real Bitcoin, and when the value of a real Bitcoin goes up or goes down, you're making a profit or a loss on it, okay? And that's basically trading. And when you're trading a contract, you can use leverage to pretty much raise the amount you want to make or can make, but you're also potentially raising the amount you can lose, of course. But the big advantage of that is that you don't need a lot of capital to get started to make a lot of money. If you're really, really good, okay? Not that we advise you to do so, but because for most people, not having a lot of money shouldn't be the first place to get into trading at all, even though a lot of people tell you so. Because if you don't have a lot of money, then use leverage, etc., etc. That's not what we promote, and that's not something I would ever say to somebody, because usually, if you don't have a lot of money, then you shouldn't really get started with trading and investing in the first as your first step, right? Because basically, trading should be something as gaining extra money, but you should always take care of your own expenses first, right? If you can't pay your mortgage of your house and you're risking that to trade or to invest or for other purposes, and something goes wrong, then yeah, you don't want to live in a box either, right? But that being said, some of these examples are: we can trade, we can invest, we can stake cryptocurrencies to make a profit, we can lend cryptocurrencies to make a profit, we can invest into pre-sales to make a profit, we can even, and that's something entirely new nowadays, can even play games to earn a profit, right? Where you don't even need a starting capital, and that's what we call the play-to-earn industry. Playing video games and earning money doing so. Yes, this is a real thing. And I might be doing a call about that in the future on future educational Friday sessions, alright? But for now, one of the most lucrative ways, and I think it's even on the top of my list, it's more profitable than trading, more profitable than investing, more profitable than the play-to-earn industry, more profitable than staking, even more profitable than lending. All of those. Why? Usually when you're trading, right? Let me take a calculator. So when you click on calculator, for example, when you're trading, you always have a start capital. And let's say you start with like $1,000. When you're using a correct risk to reward management, and like let's say you're risking 1, 2, maybe 3% on every trade, one single trade isn't gonna double your account. And if it does, then you're way over leveraged, because that would mean that one single trade would also make you lose your entire balance. And then you're out of the game. You're gonna have to deposit new money. And the goal about trading is also by developing your skill, not about making new money immediately, even though this is the main goal for newbie amateur traders, as we like to call it, people just getting into the space and don't really know what to expect from it. All right, so that's one out of those things, right? So if you're making a profitable trade, then it's possible that your account raises to like $1,050, maybe making a $50 profit, which is a 5% gain on your account, which is a good rate and a good gain, basically percentual wise, right? So after maybe a month of trading and you did really, really, really well, counting you also made some losses, but you also made some profits, it's possible that you're going to end up maybe at 1,100, maybe 1,200 if you had a good month. So maybe 20% on your account balance, which is fairly good, right? So basically, it should have been 1,200. Okay, which is fairly good, earning 20%. But that's where pre-sales come in. When you are, or at least when you discover a pre-sale, and you are able to invest in a pre-sale, they always give you a certain kind of allocation. And an allocation basically means you are always allowed to put in a limited amount into your pre-sale. The founders or the developers, or at least the team that's providing the pre-sale, is doing this so multiple people can subscribe, right? If they only have $10,000 up for grabs and one person is allowed to put in an unlimited amount of funds, he's gonna fill that $10,000 completely, right? So to give everybody a chance, they might limit it to $100 a person, okay? So let's say you put in, for example, 200, 300. Let's say you're allowed to put in $300, which is usually nowadays a certain average to put in to a pre-sale, an average pre-sale. Could be a lot more, could be a lot less, okay? $300. A pre-sale is buying something at the exact lowest amount. Yes, there's always a certain chance and a certain percentage that even a pre-sale can launch on the market at an even lower price, because launching on the market is all based on supply and demand, right? This basically means that the market, and basically us, because we are the participants of the market, basically we decide what the price of one single token is going to be, battling it out against buyers and sellers, right? If I'm not willing to sell my token below $1 and no one else in the world is, then the price of one token won't ever be lower than $1 because no one is selling it, okay? And if the pre-sale was 10 cents, then you get a times 10 on your hands. And that's what I want to talk about. It's not uncommon, and it usually happens a lot of times, that you put in $300 on a pre-sale and it launches for something like, for example, something like $5,000. This sounds crazy, right? And you would see me talking like, yeah, you're probably talking about the exceptions out there. You know what? We at Artist Academy, we don't like to smooth things out. We don't like to over-compliment things, or we don't like to pretty much exaggerate. We tell you how it is. We want to tell certain stuff. We want to be honest on every way possible, because we basically want to get the wrong information out of this market. Okay, the calls we give on the Forex market are real calls from real educators, from real traders. We are not marketers, nor do we claim to be so, nor are we willing to be so, right? We are real traders that have been trading these markets for years, and this is true information that I give you, right? Nothing comes easy, and getting into a pre-sale also isn't easy, but if you're getting into a pre-sale like this, and if you're actively trying to get into a pre-sale every single day, then stuff like this is entirely normal, okay? A pre-sale does very often release on immediately times 10, for example. So if you're starting like with a $300 account, it would take a really long amount of time. If you're actively trading and being a good trader with a good risk to reward ratio, bringing your account from $300 all the way to $5,000. Not a lot of people can do that. And if somebody can do that, he usually is very lucky and he won't sustain that amount of money. Okay? So basically, investing in a pre-sale is the opportunity to double, triple, quadruple, and so on your investment in a few days' time. Of course, this sounds too good to be true. Of course, it's in a certain way, it certainly is too good to be true. Why? It's really difficult to get out there, to get into a pre-sale. And the reason for that is fairly simple. Because pre-sales make such a huge amount of money. And it's been the victim of its own success. And it's also the reason why pre-sales raise so much money, or basically make such a high multiplier, because it's that hard to get in. And when something is hard to get in, that means a lot of people are still willing to buy once it comes on the market. But basically, when a pre-sale starts, and because this makes such a huge amount of money in a short amount of time, everybody wants to get in. Almost every crypto participant nowadays wants to get into a pre-sale. So basically, a team launches their token, they want to host a pre-sale fund, they're asking for $10,000, and they're allowing 100 or 200 people in, or maybe even 1,000 people in, to give everybody a piece of the pie, a small percentage. A lot of times, even 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people subscribe for that pre-sale. That means you usually sometimes have like a 1 to 5% chance of even getting into one. So basically that means that you have to subscribe for 20 pre-sales to even get into one. That one pre-sale you can get into will be your way out, will be your ticket out to basically get started. Because like I said, if 100 people are willing to buy and only 5,000 people are getting in, that means 95,000 people are still willing to buy that token once it launches on the market. Do you see now why a pre-sale does so well? Because everybody still wants to buy a token, but they can't. And if they can't, those are still potential buyers. And the more potential buyers you have, the higher the chance your token is going to go up in value a lot. Okay? So, let's get on to the pre-sale part, how to participate in one, and how you can benefit from these. Nowadays, into the cryptocurrency space, and this changes basically every year, so basically you have to follow me on this one, because we will also update you once new things start to happen into the cryptocurrency space. But nowadays, pre-sales happen through pre-sale platforms, right? These are like launchpads, as we call them. And a launchpad, there are multiple ones of those, but those are basically companies that have said, like, yeah, we are gonna create a launchpad where developers can easily host a pre-sale on. Like 3-4 years ago, every cryptocurrency company out there usually had to host a pre-sale with a smart contract on Ethereum, and basically had to gather funds themselves without a decent infrastructure, right? A launchpad already has the infrastructure. For you as a developer, it's a lot easier to get your pre-sale token on a launchpad because they do all the work for you. Okay, a launchpad already has development behind the scenes. It knows how to handle these things. They have a big following, so when a company wants to host a pre-sale on a launchpad, they're probably gonna get their funds easily filled without too much trouble, without their websites shutting down because of the server load, etc., etc. Right? Polka Starter is one of the most popular ones. Remember, we're also going to talk about the other launchpads, but Polka Starter has this year become one of the main dominant, most popular exchanges out there, launchpads out there, that are hosting pre-sales, okay? And you can subscribe for all of these. That doesn't mean you're getting in, right? But if you subscribe for all of these, and if you can get into one, it's probably going to do very, very well, okay? There's even a second advantage of investing into pre-sales on certain launchpads. Everybody knows Polka Starter nowadays, so it's fairly popular. And Polka Starter has a big name to live up to. So basically, they do their research when they are gonna launch a pre-sale. They're not gonna let a scam project on their pre-sale platform. So what are they doing? whenever a project launches on Polka Starter, they already did their research, so you can pretty much be almost 99% or even higher, trust me on this, or even higher certain that presale is gonna do well. Worst case scenario, it might only even do it times 3 or times 5. Yes, this is worst case scenario usually. And a lot of these times it's like times 10, times 20. I've even seen times 100, and even once I saw a presale do times 300. I think it was the Republic. I don't know anymore. I forgot the name or what it was. Maybe I can still look it up on CoinGecko, but it was something like, I don't know if it was a Republic, no, or like, I don't know the name of it anymore. But like, I know like a while ago there was like a giant pre-sale on a very high project, and you were only allowed to put in $300. $300 doesn't seem a lot, right? A friend of mine personally got in. I didn't get in, so I was really bummed about that. But he put in $300. It launched on day 1, instantly times 300. So basically, $300 times 300, right? So basically, $300 times 300. All of a sudden, he had $90,000. This thing is real, guys. This thing is realistic. It's often that you hear a cryptocurrency trader or investor suddenly got rich, or suddenly has a real life bonus handed out to him. Okay? That's the thing that I want to talk about. Does that mean you're going to easily get 90,000, but at least you're trying? When you're into the cryptocurrency market involved, every single day you're taking opportunities. And when you're not getting involved into pre-sales, for example, of course, you're not going to ever have an opportunity. Even if the chance is only 1% that you're going to get into a pre-sale that is going to do well, if you're taking that chance every single day, if you're subscribing for every single pre-sale that comes out, your chance to get into a successful pre-sale raises each single day. On day 1, you didn't get in. After 1 month, you never got into anything. After 2 months, you finally got into one, and that one only did it times 10. Still a good bonus, right? Then the second month, third month, you're trying, and then all of a sudden, after 9 months, you're immediately hitting that home run. And that's what I'm talking about. Cryptocurrency has so many potential, has so many opportunities out there. If you keep actively trying, eventually you will hit a good gainer. Instead of somebody else who doesn't know this information, he never tries. He doesn't even try once. He's just minding his own business. He goes to work every single day. He doesn't know the cryptocurrency market, nor is his intention to ever paying attention to it. But when you are actively doing that in your spare time, and trust me, signing up for a pre-sale doesn't take long. It only takes a few minutes each single day. Eventually, you might hit a home run. And that happens often, especially often to people who are in these markets for multiple years like me. Okay, I have hit multiple home runs before. Okay, I'm not gonna talk in numbers, but I can safely say that my first house and even my second house that I'm buying right now all comes from cryptocurrency earnings. Okay, so that's pretty important to say that at least. But that's because I'm also a trader. I'm an investor. I participate in everything in these markets. I also I'm already involved for 5 years into these markets. Okay, so basically that's also some of the reasons I have to say, because those reasons also have a lot to do with it. But even if you're starting out today or last year or even in the future, to make a difference on your life, you can still start, right? Okay, not everybody is gonna hit that home run to be a millionaire, for example. But if you're working and as a side hustle, you once a year you're gonna hit a home run, and you're actively gonna get like bam, $20,000 extra on your paycheck. That's life-changing money for you, because all of a sudden, instead of a $20,000 paycheck, all of a sudden next year you get $40,000. And okay, you're not gonna be able to quit your job, etc., etc. But nowadays, when your girlfriend or your wife or your kid asks for something extra, that won't be that difficult to pay anymore. When you want to go to a restaurant once a month or once a week, that's not gonna really be an issue anymore. So you're not gonna have to be saying like, yeah, we're gonna have to still pay our mortgage every month, and we're not gonna have the money for this or that, right? It only takes a little bit extra a month to make your life a lot more comfortable. Okay, these are a lot of upcoming pools, a lot of upcoming pre-sales. max allocation to be announced, minimum allocation 0, and that's the amount that they want to raise. But usually when you click on them, you usually have to subscribe to their whitelist if they already have it. Sometimes Polka Starter is gonna list a few upcoming pools, but none of those upcoming pools are already taking on registrations, okay? So it's still possible that you have to wait a few days and that a project is gonna say, okay, we have opened our registrations. Ah, there we go. This is a beautiful example. It's gonna launch in 4 single days. You click on it, and what you see, Polka Starter IDO whitelist now open. If you don't subscribe, you're not getting into the lottery, right? It's basically a lottery. You have to give your personal information, like your email account, your address, so they are sure that you're not from America, because in certain countries, cryptocurrency is not allowed, or at least pre-sales are not allowed. So if you're from Europe, for example, you won't have any single issue, or in other certain countries from the world. But then whitelist now open. You go to that whitelist. Oh, it's already closed. So always make sure you're in time. Basically, starts today. So it started at August 31, and it closed on Tuesday, September 7th. Okay. So okay, that's possible. Okay, it closed. But if you had time, or if you're after these calls, you know how to subscribe early. Remember that you always click on the sites and look if they're opening their whitelist already. Okay, they're gonna do a pre-sale soon, and usually it's listed on their website. If it's not listed, guys, on the website, and if you're not sure if the whitelist is already open or closed, they always have the second option out there, and that's looking for a Telegram channel. For those that don't know it yet, Telegram is insanely unpopular as a sort of WhatsApp for cryptocurrency, because a lot of groups, a lot of projects also have a public Telegram channel where you can host and ask your questions yourself. Okay, so right now we can quickly have a link directly on the website to the Telegram channel, but it's also sometimes possible that you have to go to Google yourself, click on Teton Arena, for example. So Teton Arena, Telegram. And then you're probably gonna find the right Telegram group, right? But nowadays, on the website, it was Teton Arena, right? Here we go. They have the Telegram link on it. So we're gonna open it. So let me quickly take the Telegram group on it. Which place do you prefer? Okay. Free to earn gaming. All right. They're also gonna be being able to play to earn. Don't miss the upcoming live stream. Let's quickly take a look at the past. From their IDO. Proud to announce our IDO launch, paid ignition, paid network on September. The time is limited. The whitelist is now live. Getting on it ASAP. And here we go. There's a whitelist now. So basically, the whitelist wasn't announced on their website. It is posted on the Telegram channel. A whitelist, if any project has a whitelist that is still open, it's impossible that you're not gonna find it in the Telegram channel, right? That's why it's so important that you're always getting into their Telegram channels. Do you see all the Telegram channels I have? It's for the exact same reason. Of course, I don't have an unlimited amount of Telegram channels, because afterwards, if I didn't get in and if I'm not interested in their project anymore, I'm gonna, of course, like for example, remove some stuff, right? But right now, Teton, for example, Teton Network, Teton Arena, excuse me. I'm still interested in it. There's still a whitelist going on, so I may be able to join the group. So click on join group. And that's it. That's all you need to do. And right now, click on the whitelist now. And you fill in the information. Okay, pool details. Is Teton Arena, join the lottery. And then you have to, of course, sign up for an account. Not gonna always do that right now at the exact minute, because don't know if I actually already have an account on Paid Network. But they are gonna launch something on Paid Network. But no, it's also on Polka Starter. So I prefer Polka Starter above Ignition Paid Network. So I'm gonna look if they still have the Polka Starter link. They should have. They also have Cardia Chain. Okay. Will be started. So another pool on another launchpad. So sometimes, as you can see, there are multiple launchpads out there, and sometimes the project launches on multiple one of those to get more exposure. But where is the one from Polka Starter? win one whitelist spot for the IDO. Okay, it should be. There we go, guys. IDO whitelist announcement. Whitelisting form closes on September 12th. So let's do that right now so you can see a real life example how this would work. Let me click on it. So basically, gonna do another account. Let me quickly take another. Okay, all right. Please give them some love. What is your full name? So I'm gonna launch my full name in this example out there. What is your email address? Of course, my email address, cryptologic20@gmail.com. Country of residence, Belgium. For security reasons, guys, I'm not gonna fill in everything, but usually if you have an ERC20 BEP20 wallet, you have to copy your address and you have to paste it down there. This might just be your MetaMask wallet, right? So make a MetaMask wallet if you don't have that already, because that's basically the place, or that's basically the whitelist. If you're gonna get in, and if you're allowed to pre-invest into them, they're gonna highlight your address on their developer site. Nobody's going to be able to see it, by the way, but basically your address will be put into a system, and with automatically way, like it's automatically designed that your wallet is going to be allowed to put in money in the pre-sale. All right, I'm holding Pulse token for our whitelist. Yes, this is also something, guys, very important to do this. A lot of these launchpads aren't doing this for free, right? They also have a token, and they want their token to rise in value, right? Because they have put a lot of time to making this launchpad work. So some of those launchpads require you to hold a certain amount of tokens out there. Okay? So basically inside your wallet, inside that same ERC20 or BEP20 wallet, you need to have Pulse out there. So Pulse is basically the tokens from Polkastarter. Let me look on CoinGecko. Let me save you the research. You currently need to have at least 250 Pulse to be able to participate in every pre-sale on Polkastarter, to be able to get into the lottery. So let's click on Polkastarter on CoinGecko. Pulse. Okay, what is the value from on Pulse right now? $1.86. Let's say it's $2. So basically right now it's going to cost us $500 to be able to subscribe for every pre-sale on Polkastarter out there. This looks like a lot, but bear me with this one. You're not going to lose this money. When you buy Pulse, it's an investment. You hold that Pulse on your personal wallet. When you decide to quit cryptocurrency for one single reason, or you don't want to pre-invest anymore in projects, then you just sell those Pulse again on the market. And you might even have a profit on it doing so. Buying Pulse is not losing that money, okay? When you buy Bitcoin today, you're not losing that Bitcoin because you bought that Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin will forever be yours until you decide to get rid of it for a profit or for a loss, which makes sense, right? So please keep in mind, guys, that buying Pulse will not be making a loss on it. So it doesn't require you to buy $500 and losing that $500. No, you're buying that Pulse, and in your best interest, it might even go up or it might go down in value, but you're not losing that money, okay? Just to clarify this out there. So let's say you buy Pulse right now, you're going to hold that in your wallet, and then you can safely, when you're going to do a whitelist, you can safely say, yes, I'm holding Pulse. If you want to know more about Polkastarter and Pulse, read that on their official website. There's probably a guide somewhere out there where they basically say what's... maybe their blog, maybe Telegram, Twitter, Discord. They have a lot of information somewhere on their official website where you basically have a guide on how to get into pre-sales easier. You are allowed to have more than 250 Pulse, and the more Pulse you have, the more chance you have to get in. So they also want to promote, or at least provide a bonus for people owning more Pulse than other people, which kind of makes sense, right? If you're a bigger fan of Pulse, they're automatically gonna prioritize you, okay? But that's something else. I don't want to make this thing too complicated, and I don't want to say too much information because I still want to talk about the pre-sales themselves. So when you did that, yes, please follow us and Polkastarter on Twitter. So basically, they have a few requirements, and it's just following the steps. Please follow us and Polkastarter on Twitter. So basically, you go to Twitter. You always have to have a Twitter account because Twitter nowadays is very, very popular for pre-sales. and they want to have exposure. So you go to your Twitter account, for example. Then you click on Polka Starter. Makes sense, right? See why I'm already following, because I already invest in pre-sales. But if you have not done so, then make sure you follow Polka Starter, as they always say. Also, of course, follow us and Polka Starter. So basically, you also have to follow Tetten Arena. I will already do this because I also have to subscribe myself now after this call, so I can privately link my MetaMask wallet, of course. So Tetten Arena. Okay, click on follow. All right, that's step 1. Retweet the IDO announcement, then enter the URL of the retweet in the URL or read it in the field below. So this is fairly important. They have their Twitter announcement that they're gonna do an IDO, and they're pretty much asking you to retweet that on your own Twitter handle. You don't need to have a lot of followers, guys. You just need to follow the steps. Okay, so basically, let's see what they are still asking me to do. And to retweet the IDO announcement. Okay, retweet the IDO announcement. So let's take a look where the IDO announcement is on Polka Starter. So possibly a few days ago there should have been an announcement on Polka Starter. Paid network recognition, Polka Starter. Okay, I think nowadays they should have been. Where's this paid ignition announcement? No, probably was a few days ago to Tetten Arena. I hope I not scrolled past it. And I think we're almost there. We are not there yet, I think. The Polka Starter whitelist opens now. Breaking news, Tetten Arena IDO whitelist opens now. So what do? Click on it. So what do they ask? Do they want to retweet? And retweet the IDO announcement. Okay. So you retweet it. For example. So click on retweet. When you click on retweet, of course, it's gonna launch on your own cryptocurrency space or your own Twitter account. And what do you do right now? Click on this. Copy link to tweet. So basically, the company knows that you retweeted their announcements. And when you click on this, it's gonna pretty much link them and retweet the ID and then enter the retweet. And so basically, right now, if you ding it, it's gonna link them to your account, and they will know that you retweeted the announcement. All right, so that's fairly important right now. Something else that they asked me: please provide them your Twitter handle. So let me quickly copy my Twitter handle out there. So click on my account. Okay, the crypto saying. Copy this one. Go back to the form. The rules, okay, how to participate in a Polka Starter IDO, get your polls. So basically, I also ask you, like, basically read the rules, guys. So if you don't know the rules yet, how to participate in a Polka Starter IDO, these are basically them saying, like, okay, you have to own polls right now, right? So basically, this is a guide, Polka Starter 101 on how to participate on all future upcoming IDOs, etc. Okay, so pretty much do that if you have the time at home. So yes, okay. Have you been following any of our social media channels? And if you click on them, yeah, I'm following all of them. They basically cannot follow this, I think, but basically, the more chance you join, the more chance we go live. So basically, I'm gonna click on most of them. Medium, yes, I've joined their Facebook pages. I don't to make this thing sound realistic. I'm not gonna click on the Vietnam group, or they're gonna think like, yo, he just like clicked on everything. So follow Cardia chain, follow one, okay. So let's make this realistic. No, I did these, and that's that. Please become a member of the following channel before submitting. So Telegram Global Channel, Telegram News Channel. So basically, they want you to join their personal Telegram channels. Okay, am I already in it? Click on okay, Telegram desktop group. So you know right now, okay, I'm already in it. I already joined it. So all right. So, and what is my Telegram handle? If you don't know it yet, all right, the crypto saying, awesome. Go back to the form. So, at the crypto saying, what is Tetten Arena about? Oh, this is kind of not, because sometimes you do. This is a long form, by the way. This is not usual. Usually, it's a very quick form that you're gonna have to spend one time a day putting your information in it, and then you're gonna have an email if you're allowed to put in money on them or not. Okay. So what is Tetan Arena about? Let me quickly look on to Tetan Arena again. Let me remove some stuff. Tetan Arena. What was it again? Let's click on it. All right. So I think it's blockchain game. What were the options? A blockchain-based mobile and battle royale game, a blockchain-based mobile game, or a virtual pet game that combines DeFi. Fucking hell. That's an area. Let me quickly take a look on their website. Maybe the website will make things a lot more clear. And let's hope we can find the answer quickly to that. So basically, guys, every IDO is different. But if you see me invest or participate or at least subscribe myself to one IDO, then you get a very good idea of what to expect from future IDOs or other ones. Because of course, I can't help everybody on participating in every IDO. I can show you how one works, and then you pretty much know how other ones work. Okay, this looks like a MOBA, alright. This is a MOBA genre. Okay. So, it looks nice. Gameplay-wise. Tetan Arena's gameplay is designed to revolve around the combination between your personal skill and teamwork. Science have a wide array of game. MOBA and Battle Royale. It's a nice... So basically the first one. MOBA and Battle Royale game, like I said. Okay, so that's the answer I got. Developed by Will and incubated by Kerry. Yes, I am aware. Yes, this was true because I saw them on Cardia Chain and Wolfen Game Studio. Do you agree with our terms and conditions? Of course. Do you want to receive updates from Tetan Network? Click on yes, might raise our chance. I don't know if this. And then click on submit. Alright, and that's about that. And then I get everything that I need. And after this call, of course, I will still give them my ERC20 wallet. But like I said, this is a public call on the entirety of YouTube, so I'm not gonna say everything for privacy reasons, but make sure you fill in all this information. And then you're good to go. Okay. Okay, something else I need to mention. Okay, that's of one of those. So basically, make sure you subscribe for all of them on Polka Starters. But then also realize, guys, Polka Starter is not the only one. You also have, for example, pools out there. Also a very important one. Pools Finance. So let me put that next to Polka Starters. And it's also a fundraising launchpad. Upcoming pools, and again, vice versa. Same exact thing, follow steps, subscribe for all of them, and you're gonna get into the next ones, alright? So basically, that's how we do it. You also have, for example, Binance Launchpad. Binance also has a launchpad, yes? If I'm not mistaken. Where is their official? BSC pad. That was it. Also one of those. So let me also put it in front of right here. And they got about us, okay, projects. Open now, projects coming soon. So at the moment, okay, it still had to launch. Coming soon, XP Network. Projects open now, none. So pretty much follow up on the information. And pretty much, guys, make it your usual habit of listing yourself on multiple platforms, multiple launchpads. Read the rules, because like Polka Starter, Pools, and Binance Pads, will also require you to hold a certain amount of tokens, okay? If you want to find more launchpads out there are even more launchpads out there, then look that up on Google it quickly. We also have an upcoming launchpad, which I'm fairly interested in, and this is like Firestarter. Nowadays, the metaverse has become very popular. And what is the metaverse? Metaverse is basically the play-to-earn industry. Gaming on the blockchain. And all these projects that are going to launching soon on Firestarter is going to be the real deal. And the thing is, these launchpads, like I said, they have a requirement of you to buy a certain amount of tokens. Firestarter still has to launch. It's coming in a few months and a few weeks. I think mid to the ending of September, they're going to make their launchpad available. They're also going to have a pre-sale launching in the Telegram very soon. And the benefit of this is, if you're getting into this project early, that means, unlike, for example, unlike Polka Starter, for example, Polka Starter right now is almost $2 a token. So right now it costs $500 to buy pulse, to buy enough pulse. But let's look at the history of Polka starters. They used to start at a few cents. So back in the day when you bought pulse at 15 cents, you only had to have like $25, give or take, to have enough pulse to participate into the IDOs, right? So basically it's gonna be a lot cheaper to get into upcoming pre-sales if you're investing or also doing a pre-sale on a launchpad. A launchpad also hosts pre-sales, right? Or maybe if you buy the tokens early. So Firestarter is definitely some of my recommendations that I really like. I'm really excited for, because this is also going to give you an early opportunity to invest into a pre-sale that's not going to cost you a lot of money, but is going to make you able to invest into future pre-sale projects on this launchpad, right? Because this is going to be another launchpad like Polka Starter or like Binance Pad, etc., etc. Guys, that's it for today. We're nearly done, or actually we are done about the pre-sale things. Like, guys, always, if you want to know more about pre-sales, or if you don't know where to look, remember on my official Twitter account, I also post a lot of information about pre-sales. Like today, Polka Starter is going to launch a new pre-sale, like sign up for Tether Network. So my Twitter page is basically a good starting page to look out for upcoming pre-sales, because I usually also share them right here, or for general analysis, where I make a lot of calls. For example, Quant nowadays almost $400. I used to recommend it as a really cheap price, etc., etc. Technical analysis, what to expect from the market, etc., etc. All right. So yeah, that's something you can do. And yeah, let's finish it up for now, and let's continue next week with another topic, maybe about fundamentals, maybe another topic, don't know it yet, but basically we want to make these Friday calls as interesting as possible, so you can navigate the cryptocurrency space all by yourself and make you a pro like we are. All right, guys, as always, subscribe or put your notifications on if you like these calls. Always be sure, or you're always welcome to share our calls with your friends, whoever you feel like need to know this information or that does not know this information yet. We would highly appreciate this, because remember, our YouTube calls are entirely free. When we give these calls as an educator, these are usually paid. This is usually paid information. So every call on our YouTube channel has free and will always be free. So guys, the only thing you can do to support us is basically sharing this information out there. So we would highly appreciate this. And I will see you all back on Monday for our technical analysis calls and what you expect from the market and how you can place certain trades, or at least my perspective on the market. And if you're not interested into technical analysis or these type of things, and you just want to learn more about cryptocurrency, then I will see you next week on our Friday educational calls. Okay, guys, good luck. Safe trading this weekend. If you are trading, remember, crypto never sleeps. It's not like Forex. It's not like stocks. Crypto keeps going in the weekend, so safe trading. There's nothing wrong with taking a break nowadays, because the weekend is still family time, at least for me. So keep it in mind, spend some time with your loved ones, guys, and I will see you next Monday or Friday. Guys, cheers, bye-bye, and good luck.